in Nigeria. And of course, we are pushing a particular bill that will ensure that it is law that the local governments are a little bit much more different from what they were in the past. What would be your own say concerning local government elections, which is holding, even though without the bill that you are still thinking of making a law very soon for INEC to be organizing this election?
Well, for me, I believe strongly in the autonomy of local governments, and the Supreme Court had recently given a verdict that there is need for funds of local governments to go directly to local governments. But it will still need a bit of parliamentary tinkering for that to become a reality as a result of various provisions in the Constitution and in the various acts, like the Joint Local Government Accounts Committee, and of course the provision of what we call SEC, which in Akpabio is called Akisec. Akpabio is an independent electoral commission. So my coming here today is to, one, participate in the local government polls, and secondly, to observe the conduct of the local government elections by the state governments. Sometimes you hear a state that is run by a particular party, maybe sometimes Afghan, and then they say they finish election, and everybody in that state wins Afghan. Yeah, if they have 25 local governments, you hear 25 or 25. And sometimes you hear in PDP states, they say we have 100%. And the 100%, I said it was necessary for me to come and see how they normally win the 100%. With the avalanche of support that we have seen, that I have in my senatorial district and in my local government, which we are all witnesses. How do people normally score this 100%? So it simply means that if elections are allowed to be free and fair, that a lot of political parties will choose people on the basis of their competence and not on the basis of the ruling party in that state. It calls to question the conscience of Nigerians, the need for us to examine our conscience, the need for us to ensure that every vote counts, the need for us to deepen democracy by allowing democracy to work. If democracy does not work at the grassroots level, which is the local government, then it means that development will never trickle down to the common man, because this is the closest administration to the common people in the society. So if we are able to make the local governments to work, automatically means that more dividends of democracy will get to the people at the grassroots level. So that is the reason why, in spite of other engagements, I said I must come here since Akpabio is set to be doing local government elections today, that I must be here to exercise my franchise, to take part, and from there look at my people. My message to them is that do your voting. Whether you win or you don't win, the joy is in being able to exercise your freedom and having the right to vote. The rest of getting it right will need parliamentary input, will need executive push. Already the judiciary is pushing. But because we are a fledgling democracy, where Nigeria is just struggling to get it right, I believe that with the three arms of government working together, then indeed we shall get it right, and we shall actually ensure that local government is autonomous, both in terms of voting, in terms of election, as well as in terms of finances. When I served as governor of Akpabio between 2007 and 2015, I had occasion to conduct about 2 or so local government elections. I recall one day when I landed at the airport, and they told me, Your Excellency, in 2 of our local governments, we lost. We were the ruling party then. And I said, why did we lose? They said, the people voted against us. I said, that means the then Akpabio Independent Electoral Commission did a good job. So the then Akisec chairman Mrs. Upong, told me no that the stakeholders of my party were asking for cancellation or possible annulment and repeat of this. I said no, go and announce the winners. That was how ANPP, under my tenure, won in the local government area, under the chairman then Boniface, and I think one or two others, and many council seats also went to the opposition. So my presence here is not really to come and win election, it's to participate and observe, and from there find out whether there are things I and my colleagues need to do at the national level to better the lot of elections at the local government levels in Nigeria.
So are you foreseeing, based on your permutations, your thoughts, that with the kind of relationship you hold with the present government in Akpabio State, at the federal and the state level here, the synergy that will be observed, that there's a possibility that we'll be having maybe one or two parties emerging, not only one party emerging in these local government elections across the state?
You know, you must know that my relationship with the state government is based on the interests of Akpabio people. When we had a Senate president from the South in 1979 to 1983, there was a lot of friction with the then administration of Dr. Clement Dixon, and many things eluded the state. We were then one state, Cross River State and Akpabio. We did not see any dividends of democracy within those 4 years because they were fighting. So I made up my mind when I took the oath of office as Senate President that I will not fight any states. Rather, I will collaborate with all the states of the South Side, including Akpabio State, to make sure that the people are better for it. I wasn't voted to go and fight. I was voted to go and bring dividends of democracy. You voted me so that your future will be brighter. You voted me so that I can collaborate with the government and even my state level to make things better. Not subordination. You understand the point? So don't misunderstand that. It's a function of conscience. I'm a student of history. I don't want the situation whereby anybody will think that the office of Senate President is going to do this, do that, and oppress that. I don't. Even God will not be happy with me. I want to make sure I work with the state government. After election, there is governance. Immediately after election, I expect that governance means carrying everybody along. You are the governor of all political parties. You are the governor of those who supported you and those who did not support you. You are the governor of even those who criticize you and those who love you. Remember when I was leaving office, the Akpabio Press gave me an award, and it was including Global Concord. And if some of you knew what Global Concord used to write, even when I'm in the States, I'll see a headline, Akpabio arrested in London, Assam to the rescue. And I'll stop and buy. I said, but I'm here, I'm not in London. So one day, they gave me an award in the Nigerian hotel, and they said, the best governor ever since 1960. I said, who are those saying it? They said, all of us. I said, it can't be all of you. What about all those people inside communication, global, who were writing things against me? They said, Your Excellency, you were feeding your children. Anything about you, people read very fast. And therefore, it was good to write bad things. Good things do not sell. Are we going to say Akpabio does it again? After building flyovers, they have built stadiums, they have built hospitals. Those things nobody will buy. But when we say Akpabio cuts in London or US, people will say, oh, what has he done this time? And so you helped us to send our children to school because we sold out. And so, but we know the truth. You have tried. And I believe till today I'm still trying. Yes. So it's not important. Yes. It's not important what people write and what people say. But what is important is about my conscience and the love that I have for my people. I love my people so much that I will do anything to make them happy. That is why there will be no conflict in the state. I thank you.
Thank you, Excellency, for giving us